think one of the biggest shifts in how I view life is that I no longer think life is intentionally doing things to me. When something significant happened, I used to ask, why did this happen? What is the lesson? And what is the universe trying to tell me? But lately, I've been questioning that entire framework. I don't think reality is sitting there assigning experiences to people. I don't think the universe is consciously selecting events and carefully placing them in front of me. I think life is much simpler. I think life is a living system. And living systems naturally produce variation. New people appear, new opportunities appear, unexpected events happen, things enter and leave our lives. Not because they were specifically chosen for us, but because that's what living systems do. A forest doesn't consciously decide where every leaf falls. An ocean doesn't consciously decide where every wave goes. The system is simply moving. The insight I had is that the interesting part isn't the variable itself. The interesting part is the interaction. The same event can happen to two different people and produce two completely different outcomes. The same person can walk into two different lives and create two completely different effects. Why? Because the variable isn't what determines the outcome. The structure it encounters does. A random person can enter your life and have almost no effect. Another random person can enter your life and suddenly activate something that was already there, a desire, a fear, a question, a possibility, not because they were sent to reveal it, but because interaction reveals structure. It's like tapping a building and discovering where the stress points are. The tap didn't create the structure, it revealed it. The same thing happens in life. People often assume that a significant event created something inside them, but I think most of the time it simply revealed something that was already there. The event wasn't the message, the event was the variable. And once the variable entered the system responded. What's interesting is that life seems to exist between two extremes. If a system has no variation, it becomes stagnant. Nothing changes, nothing adapts, nothing new enters. But if a system has constant variation with no stability, it becomes chaotic. Nothing can take root, nothing can develop, nothing can endure. Living systems seem to operate somewhere in between, stable enough to maintain structure, dynamic enough to keep evolving. That's why new variables keep appearing. Not because reality is targeting you, not because the universe is assigning lessons, but because movement is a property of living systems. Life continues to generate variation because that's how living systems remain alive. That's why I've stopped asking, why did life send this to me? And started asking, what did this interaction reveal? Because maybe life isn't trying to teach us lessons at all. Maybe life is simply alive. And living systems don't stand still. They move, they fluctuate, they generate variation. And every now and then, a random variable collides with something inside of us and reveals a part of ourselves we couldn't see before. So my question to you is, if life isn't sending you lessons, then what has life revealed about you through the people and experiences you've encountered? Thanks for watching.